Alright, in today's video I'm going to be doing a video review of the Zuckeo 5-watt LED landscape lights. They can run on 12 volt or 24 volt and they claim to be 500 lumens. So first things first, I'm going to do an unboxing video, which they're already unboxed, but I'm just going to take them out of the package, show you what they look like, some of my thoughts on the craftsmanship and quality. And then towards the end of the video, I'll take the camera off the tripod, we'll go outside at night, and I'll show you what these lights look like. This is actually my 4th box of these lights, so I've honestly been really happy with these lights so far. So first things first, if you're new to outdoor landscape lights, you're going to need some type of transformer. So the current in your house is AC current. These lights run on 12 volt DC current, so you're going to need a transformer. My house already came with the transformer, and it's rated for 300 watts. When you're buying a transformer, just keep an eye on that wattage rating. So each one of these lights draws 5 watts. My transformer is rated for up to 300 watts. So in theory, I can run up to 60 lights on that transformer, but I wouldn't want to go that high because the wire that connects all these lights, that draws a little bit of current. So, that's just something to think about. I never put 60 lights on that transformer, but, just be aware that there are ratings for the transformers. And, of course, the higher the rating, the more expensive the transformer, but we're getting off topic here. So anyway, with this kit, you get 8 LED light heads, and they're packaged pretty well. Each of these light heads are wrapped in individual bubble wraps. You have a glass lens. It appears to be a glass lens, definitely not plastic. They appear to be sealed up pretty well along the housing there. And it's a cast aluminum. I don't know if it's like a really cheap powder coat finish or if they're just painted. I would put my money on that these things are painted, but nevertheless, they look like pretty decent lights. They're not the chintziest, but they're not the most high-end lights out there. As for the wires, you do have copper stranded wire, and they have soldered ends. And don't get me wrong, it's pretty thin wire, but you don't really need a whole lot of current going through these wires to turn these lights on. They're only 5 watts. So yeah, the light heads look pretty good. Then you have the stakes. The casting on the stakes, not great, but they do the job. They're going to be stuck in the ground anyway, so who really cares about that? I'll show you what these lights look like when they're fully assembled, but before I even get to that point, I also want to share with you what else comes in the box. You actually get a bag of crimps, which it's nice that they throw in a bag of crimps. I'm not a huge fan of crimp connectors. I prefer to solder my connections, but crimp connecting is fine. They also include a little cheap roll of electrical tape, which I thought that was a nice gesture. Just be careful with cheap electrical tape. When it comes to taping up outdoor landscape light connections, by all means, go cheap electrical tape all you want. But when it comes to doing wiring in the house and perhaps, high-end automotive wiring projects and you want some good electrical tape that'll last a while, invest in higher quality electrical tape. Don't rely on this cheap stuff like the Harbor Freight electrical tape. That stuff will fail relatively quickly. Like, invest in some Scotch or, some higher end electrical tape. Trust me, been there, done that, and you want to get the good stuff. So anyway, I'll show you what these lights look like when they're fully assembled. This is actually from my 3rd box of lights that I ordered. And the reason I kept this on the table, I want to show you what I did to provide a little bit of insurance. So my experience when it comes to these LED lights that come from China, especially, the LED light bars and spotlights that I bought from my plow trucks in the past, over time it just seems like water finds its way into the housings. So I've decided to do a little bit of insurance on these lights by adding a dab of silicone around where the wire goes into the housing. So that just seals that up a little bit better. If I wanted to take it a step further, I'd actually throw a bead of silicone all the way around the underside of the lens here. Honestly, looking back on it now, I probably should have done that, but it's just a little bit of insurance. I don't know how long they'll stay water-free, but hopefully forever. Who knows? I've had them outside for a couple months now, and we've gotten some heavy rains, and all of them, I actually checked them before this video, and all of them are still dry in the housing, so knock on wood here. So that's pretty much that. Also, I forgot to mention, they include a basic set of instructions, so just how to tie these into the transformer, how to do a basic crimp connection, and then tape it up. So, pretty simple stuff here. Anybody could really do this. So yeah, that's pretty much these lights, and now let's go outside and see what they look like at night.